All right, so when Silverbird Cinemas started in 2004, I mean, it came on into the scene real big. I mean, what informed that bold decision to re-kickstart the cinema industry in Nigeria?
Well, it's a little bit of all those factors in a way. But you have to understand the thing about cinema is not just sitting down and watch a movie. It's a form of, it's not even just escapism. It's like an outing to go. It's a time that you get to go and spend time with your friends, your family, or your dates, etc. It's a social outing. At the same time, you get to watch a movie. So it's an experience. You can't get the same experience watching a movie in your home compared to watching it inside the cinema. It's like comparing apples and oranges. So people like that idea of going out and having that camaraderie, enjoying the full cinema experience compared to just staying in their home.
No doubt in the last 1 year, we've seen beautiful movies come out of Nigeria in terms of quality and content. Now, I want to know, I would like to hear your thoughts about that and how that has impacted your business.
Yes, it has had an improvement. There has been more demand because of the quality. It's not just about the quality that's caused an improvement, but quality is a big factor. So with any movie, it's also about marketing and raising awareness. So Hollywood, they always have events because they do a lot of marketing abroad, so you can find a lot of information out online. Nollywood has also started doing their own marketing and also promoting their film. So a combination of the technology, which is a very big factor for seeing in the cinema, which helped draw them in, and the awareness of the film, so they'll know, hey, we're showing this great movie in the cinema. 76 is playing, I want to see it. I heard a lot of good things about it. So when they come in to watch the movie, they'll see a very high quality Hollywood film with a very engaging story, and like, this is like watching a Hollywood film. And in the end, customers want to have a good immersive experience with quality storytelling. I think the quality there's been a huge increase in the quality since the time, since back in the day when it first started and when I came in. When we first started with the cinema and we started showing Nollywood, back then it was still VCD formats. Like, we would still get a film on a VCD and we'd have to try to find a way to play it so that it would show on the screen. But it didn't translate well. We would show a Nollywood film, the quality was not as good as what they were expecting for when they came into watching it. And they were like, if they could, it's the same thing they'll get on their TV, and they want a higher quality, which is part of the reason people come to cinema. So the technology wasn't conducive at the time, so we struggled to find a middle ground to show Nollywood properly in the cinemas. But as the quality improved, as the technology improved, they had better equipment to make the visuals and audio better, and then also a better format for it to play. They started giving us a film on hard drives rather than a VCD, and then we also got a digital projector, which was more compatible. So now when we show Nollywood film, it's virtually the same quality as a Hollywood film that they're used to seeing when they come into the cinemas. So it's a better immersive experience when they come in to watch Nollywood.
Let's do some kind of comparison. Do you think Nigerians are watching more of Hollywood movies or Nollywood movies?
Well, historically it's Hollywood films. Nollywood films, like I said, it was still getting into the consciousness, but now Nollywood films have come up and it's almost on par with Hollywood. It's growing, and I do think over time it will eventually succeed Hollywood. Same way the Nigerian music industry is actually bigger here than the foreign music industry.
What's the story behind your relationship with the Bank of Industry? Where did it start?
The Bank of Industry, that came about I think a year or two ago, back when we were trying to upgrade our cinema. It's with Bank of Industry we're able to get the new projectors. Now, there was a time in the cinema industry where there was an upgrade of technology. Before, the cinema industry across the globe was using 35mm projectors, but there was over a period of time in the last 5 years or more, they had started introducing digital projectors, which were more expensive but were higher quality, higher quality machines, did higher quality pictures and everything. So the industry started moving towards it, and at a certain point, 35 millimeters were phasing out. The producers of film stopped producing films in 35 millimeters. So it forced the industry, the worldwide cinema industry, to upgrade to digital. Now the issue with digital is it wasn't like they gave a lot of warning. Digital is very expensive, and so the industry back then would give incentives to cinemas in order to help buy these projectors, because cinemas couldn't just afford something like that. So the foreign ones would get rebates, or maybe they would get a discount in what they were charging. So instead of 50-50, maybe they can get 60 or 70 in the first week, just so they could help afford these projectors, because they were very expensive. And then you have multiple chains to do all those cinemas. It wasn't an easy transition. So there was a need to do it. But unfortunately, that same courtesy didn't really come to Africa. So we didn't get that same rebates or incentives to get these projectors. Because if you didn't upgrade to digital, you wouldn't be able to get films. And also, digital allowed you to better show Nollywood films. 35 millimeter wasn't as conducive. And part of the reason the quality of Nollywood has gone up is because we have a better machine that also enhances that quality. So we had to upgrade. We weren't getting help from abroad or any of the other benefits that other cinemas were getting. It's really a funny story, because I remember during that time I attended a panel at Show West in, I think, Amsterdam, and I was representing our chairman. We were on a panel talking about the industry across the world. They had someone to represent America and Central America, Europe, and everything. And they'll talk about their industry, how they were doing, about the transition at the time from 35 millimeter to digital. But because it was tough, and they were like, they had all upgraded, they had gotten incentives. They didn't go into details, but they had gotten incentives and assistance and everything. And I was representing Africa, and I was the only one on the panel that didn't have anything to say. That's like, well, I don't have any incentives. I have to do this all by myself and everything.